content creator, bollocks. Yeah, that's it, really.
And when you tell this to people, what do they say back?
What's that? What do you do exactly? No, how do you make money from that? But really, so you just write all day? Oh, must be great. And you can just tell, like, they're kind of, when do you get a real job, mate? You know, what are you doing? But it's grand. I like it. Yeah, it's good.
But you've done boring things as well. Like you've done the boring jobs and the boring life before this.
Yeah, I did. I worked in sales. I worked in NTL, AOL. I worked in Nida Hotel. I worked in bars. And then I said, "Feck that! I don't want to do sales anymore." And I started working in bars, and then turned into an alcoholic. And here I
am. and like, did you ever think that Waterford Whisper would become what it became, or had you a vision with it, or did it just organic?
Yeah, no, it just kind of happened, and it's like, you know, you get up on a horse and you go for a little ride in this horse, and then next thing the horse takes off, and it's like, oh shit, how do we stop the horse? And here we are, we're still on it, and it's just flying. It just took off. I suppose 2014 was. I was running it for 10 years. 2009 I started it messing, and then it got serious. Then people started to take notice, and you know, famous people and stuff, and started getting retweeted and shared. And then we had a couple of big hitters, and we made our mark then, and that's, I suppose, we haven't gone away since, you know.
And you've had to expand with the demands that the audience has placed upon you. What's to have to I suppose respond to what people want, and people want your content.
Yeah, I turned it into a business because I was unemployed due to the recession, and I turned it into a business in 2014, and I took on two other guys, Colm Williamson, who's still with me, and Jerry McBride, who's still with me, and so we tip away every day. We all have our different kind of tastes and styles, and I suppose my job is to make it all look like it's the same thing, you know. And so we have a good system, good routine. We all work from home, so this thing now is like as I said to them, lads, you're gonna have to work from home now. Work from home anyway, and so there's no real difference for us apart from the traffic is crazy lately because of everyone's COVID. You know, the algorithms are COVID-19, and you know it's so it's strange. It's strange trying to write about the same thing over and over again. That's difficult on the same thing, but there's so many different aspects to this. It's just, I suppose Brexit was our last kind of running news thing, and I kind of miss that now, you know, as much as we gave out about it.
At the time.
Looking back now, those were the days. And now it's not funny anymore, you know, it's quite serious, and so it's always a challenge what we do, because we're trying to stay on the line, you know, dance on the line, but you know, obviously do proper satire as well, and highlight all the points that we need to highlight, and give alternative views on the media and the news and what's going on at the moment, because there's a lot going on, you know. No one knows really what's going on. So.
And you have been mistaken for a legitimate news organisation on multiple occasions.
Every day, yeah.
What's that been like?
What's the what?
What's it been like being mistaken for something that isn't satire?
Oh no, I still even now, in the emails, we still get press releases from people, honest people, thinking that we're real. And we do have people asking questions a lot on the stories and where we got our sources and all that kind of thing. I just kind of, you know, at the start I used to be I'd read all the comments, and now, you know, it's 10 years now. I don't even bother anymore. I'm dead inside. No, I don't read the comments anymore, and I just it's satire is what it is. We're art as well. Which another good thing that happened recently in 2017, Facebook crushed everyone's reach. And they really killed it. They killed it across the board. So all the satire pages from Europe. So we got together, and we got together in I think it was Amsterdam first, and then we pushed that back. So we're in a conglomerate now of good people who like you have the Spelled, who are the Dutch, and then there's Castilian, which is the German guys, and El Mundo Today, which is the Spanish guys, and News Thump as well. News Thump, and they're, it's great. It's great to talk business and how are you making money, and then you get how are you making money? How are we going to get over this? And it was very helpful, and it's good. It's good that we all think we're geniuses, and when we all got together, it was like, oh, look at this story. Did you ever hear this story? Oh, actually, we did that as well. And then the other guys, oh, we did that as well. And we're kind of going, oh, right, we're not all that clever. So it's a lot of that, but it's good fun. I love what I do. I love this job because I get to stay at home and work, and make money, which is great. Not enough money, but enough to keep us in a job and off the dole, I suppose.
And do you we've seen the downsizing of media organisations across the world, huge layoffs and furloughs in America, a lot here in the UK with Reach, local newspapers in Ireland. Are you guys experiencing a similar trend, or is the demand?
Our traffic has never been bigger. Over the last 6 months, the traffic is growing. Last year, actually, it's just growing and growing. Again, which is great because it did take a hit, as I said, in 2017. But we had a massive, one of the biggest brands on the planet pull out on us just as this happened. They said, look, we can't, and they were meant to advertise with us. And then Google and Facebook also, we rely on programmatic adverts, which is the banner ads that you can see on the site. And how that works is we chase traffic for ads. So the more traffic and more people coming through, the more money, obviously. But now all the brands have suspended everything, and that they're not spending with agencies and media buyers and all that kind of thing. So the whole online is nearly dead at the moment, But I think Facebook are kind of subsidizing us, and Google are on about it as well. So hopefully that will get us through. But we do have a subscription. We have a subscription service which we launched in November. It's more of a supporters kind of thing, help us out because it is tough, especially satire, because we can't, brands are a lot less likely to kind of go to a satire publication than they are to a website like, I suppose, The Independent or any of them kind of news, the ones that are ready-made for native advertisement, that kind of thing. So we do a good job though when brands do come in. We do a good job of the articles and the campaigns, but it's hard to get it in because as you said earlier, it's a one-man show. This side is in the business, so I take care of all the advertising myself. I do all the graphics, the Photoshop, and I do everything. The writing and the whole lot is there. And it's a lot of pressure, but it's a small operation, like two part-time, two full-time. So so at the moment it's kind of it's hopefully to kick back because once the brands start coming back, the agencies and stuff, hopefully they'll have a bit of money to spend and start surging again, which I hope is the case. Otherwise we're screwed.
Is there a story you haven't covered? Feel you still have to do?
If I have an itch, I'll definitely scratch it. I wouldn't beat around the bush. Like it comes, like if something gets into my head, and go, oh, that's a good. It literally has to be done there and then. Otherwise, it's gone. So no, if something pops into my head, I wouldn't dance around it. Nah, I'd go straight for the jugular.
You've done something that's very ambitious. You've taken a digital new media platform, and you've taken it off people's screens into stand-up comedy. Was there a lot of planning in that, or did you think if it translates from a screen, it'll translate to reality.
Is this the live shows, that kind of thing? Yeah. Well, how I kind of got into it was I loved video, and I was always kind of messing around with video stuff. And I loved the Day Today and all them kind of satirical shows. And I suppose I was more interested in the video side of this than the actual writing. But the writing obviously comes first. But so we're constantly trying to. So for the subs and that, we do videos. The supporter, the subscriber channel, which is €5 a month on Patreon, by the way. And so we do videos. We had a live show there last year that went quite well. We sold out Vicar Street, and we toured a couple of dates around the country, the Everyman in Cork and that, and Wexford Spiegel tent. And it's just hard, I suppose, that you're trying to, as you said, bring what's on the screen to a stage, and I suppose we put the cart before the horse, where we just went, oh yeah, sure, people come see this, but with no characters developed. So I've kind of come back on that, and I'm going to start developing. I have my own character, Bill Badbody, who does the news anchor over the next year, and hopefully bring that back to the stage again. It's just hard to. It is a hard translation, because. The art, some articles wouldn't work on stage and vice versa. And yeah, it's good crack. We had Barry Murphy directing it. He was after his match, and he was a brilliant director. Nisha Nunn, and was producing it. So it's good crack, but it's hard to make money off live shows because of the amount of work that you put in and the production behind it. And it's just kind of it's good. It's a good experience, but. I'm just kind of I'm regrouping on that one. I think if you are an up-and-coming journalist, to start your own, Twitter is like that is. I've seen so many young journalists at the moment just kind of breaking through on social media, and Twitter is obviously a massive tool for journalists. Same with Facebook. I don't know, it's a different beast, but again, Instagram, don't be afraid to put your face out there, because, people relate to you more when they see you. It's a tough gig being a journalist, especially these days, because, the print is I have friends in print, and it's just kind of, they're in serious problems now because they're not. I would, if I was working in journalism, and even if I was with a newspaper, I'd still be always keep your options open, and keep have your own Twitter, have your own social media presence, because one day you might have to depend on yourself, and I suppose you're wanted, and people want to hear what you want to say and stuff, and what you're reporting. So that'd be my advice.
Thank you very much. And just two last things: the high point of your journey, and maybe the low point of your journey.
I suppose was I suppose having a business and working from. This is the high point, as in being fully sustainable myself, as in 3 other people working from home. I have my own time. I can go for walks when I want. Well, not me. Within reason. But it's just the whole experience of, I suppose, and a low point would be when Facebook cut our reach in half, and I had to cut everyone's wages. That was a low point, But so it's a constant battle. Facebook, probably too much. You're relying on social media platforms for your traffic, and as I said, you're chasing traffic for ads, and I'm sure most publishers would realize that and have the same problem. And it is hard. I can't complain,